There has to be a better way is the philosophy that guided the founders of Green World Geophysical to establish a radical new platform for acquiring seismic data, a green way of acquiring seismic data, a way that involves less equipment, fewer people, less intrusion into the environment, a green way that essentially does no harm and leaves no footprint behind. After a 10-year hiatus from actively acquiring data in the field, when GreenWorld's founders returned to their former industry, they found that geophysical contractors were still using equipment and technologies readily available in the 1990s.
GreenWorld Geophysical was initially started based on wondering why the world hadn't changed and thought of just making a little change ourselves.
They looked at crews operating today and saw that they were still spending the bulk of their time laying out and maintaining miles of cable, all the while cutting large swaths through forest and swamps to move men and equipment, swaths that would leave scars on the landscape for years to come. With all the advances in technology and concerns for fragile ecologies, GreenWorld knew there just had to be a better way, a green way of acquiring seismic data.
The whole philosophy behind what we're doing is we want to be the first green company out there, which we are. We've put up our solar panels, we've done the wind turbines, and really I think we've come over quite a few hurdles.
We are a very low impact company. As a matter of fact, we call ourselves a one-time in and a one-time out, in that we go out one time down a line through a field that's uncut hay or dense woods. We plant our geophones, our geophone and our GSR equipment, and we're right back out. We've line viewed them when we laid them out, and the only time to have to come back to them is when we pick them right back up. The OEO equipment is so reliable and proven to itself to us not to have mistakes that once we've line viewed it, once we laid it out, we're confident that it's going to be there right when we pick it up. Within a month's time, no one would certainly know that we've been in the area, because the only thing we've tracked in were footprints. And the only thing, we've had to track out was the gear. So there's no evidence of us being there. There's no long cables, there's no cut trails. There's nothing of that sort that would show we were in the area.
At the heart of the Green Platform is Oyo Geospace's GSR Nodal Seismic Data Acquisition System, a technological leap forward from conventional acquisition. Its low weight and small footprint, as well as its 30-day recording capacity and battery life, and a single-element high-sensitivity GS1 geophone, makes the configuration of GreenWorld's GSR system ideal for ecologically sensitive and least constrained surveys. GreenWorld Geophysical's Green Platform rests on a commitment to serve the best interest of all stakeholders in its operations, be they the oil company for which it is acquiring data, the employees conducting the surveys, or the communities in which they live and operate.
When we started GreenWorld Geophysical, we not only want to be positive to the environmental impact, we want to be positive to the community impact.
GreenWorld fulfills these objectives by using the best of today's technology, the systems or components best suited to green acquisition.
One way we come off with a positive environmental impact is through our proprietary GIS mapping system. We can look at a job beforehand and see all the potential hazards. We can set the program up where we avoid those hazards, which will lower our HSE risk and lower the environmental impact.
The GSR has also made another simple operation for us, in that we've now gone mobile for our shooting. No longer does an observer have to sit in a box and try to get radio antenna communications with his shooter. He just simply loads up all of his shooting gear that he has, his current encoder and GSI and FMC, into a UTV or an ATV, and puts on his helmet and off he goes. He can ride right down the trail with the shooters if he likes. He can go virtually anywhere. He's no longer confined to a box, and that box doesn't have to be moved continuously, which allows us to keep our solar panels and wind turbines going in full operation.
Oh, I love being outdoors. Who wouldn't want to have their office up here on a hill? This is what I do all day. I sit in the sun, I shoot seismic. This system gives you the freedom to get out in the field, make sure that everything's being done in a safe, properly manner, and just to make sure that you get great communication between you and your guys. I'm set up close enough to my shooters where I won't have to move for the rest of the day. And if I have to move, it's no big deal. I tear it all down. 5 minutes later, I'm to my next high point and start shooting again.
With the cable system, I'd have to use the helicopter to really be efficient out in these hills. But without the cables, I can move it around really, really quickly. The GSR, you have 3 components: the battery, the box, and a single element phone. If something goes wrong, I swap it out. It's man portable, approximately 7 pounds per channel. I put it in a backpack. I no longer have to do helo ops. If I go into a swamp, I just throw it in an airboat and I go. Use quads, side-by-side utility vehicles, a lot smaller footprint. All of my Green World crews are very small, 2-man crews. We don't have to have 3, 4-man crews because we don't have cables.
We use backpacks here to carry gear in and out, and we can carry easily up to 10 channels in a backpack, lay it out, and then have a staging hand ready to re-gear them or give them another full backpack to continue.
Right now we have a 20-man crew, as opposed to, say, on a normal operation with cables, this could probably easily be a 75 to 100-man crew. So with the GSR system, it lowers the count of your men, which lowers the count of vehicles used, fuel consumption, and it's a safety thing too. We don't have to worry about as many people in the field, so your safety comes down as well. Mind you, our safety is a very high standard here, but you only have to worry about 20 people as opposed to 100, so it's not bad.
Well, the trailer design with the solar came about because I wanted to be green. I wanted to push the green. I wanted to be at a point where I can take that trailer, go out in the middle of nowhere without having to have the light company run in a power pole or anything of that sort. I can be out there on my own, off the grid, practicing a green philosophy.
Well, we have an amazing array of solar panels and wind turbines connected to our trailer because we're green. We're doing away with the diesel generators that create the emissions in the air that everybody doesn't want. And we've gone to solar and wind power. And it's been completely amazing for us to be able to go out to the recorder and all you hear is birds chirping.
Green World also maintains constant and open communications with the landowners in the areas encompassed by its surveys.
We've developed a special relationship with the landowners out here because we contact them from start to finish. The landowners are involved throughout the entire process so that they don't wake up one day and see somebody in one of our vests and hard hat walking across the land wondering, what's going on?
It's a treat talking to the landowners. It's a tight-knit community. And so after the first couple of landowners, then the word starts to spread. The Green World is out here. They actually care about what we're doing. They actually care about our land and they care about, our wishes.
Did my property, there was 0 damage here. I haven't seen any damage from the machines at all. Yeah, the guys are real easy to work with. I mean, if you don't want something done, you bring it up and they'll mark it down and make sure that everybody knows about it. It's been a real good experience working with them.
Green World also draws its employees locally and believes in living in and becoming a part of the community.
We want to be a positive impact. We want to hire employees and we want to keep them for as long as we possibly can because they're going to respect the company and they're going to be more apt to respect the communities that we go into.